After 25 years today, I still feel like a newcomer. What might have changed is we've grown in age, we've grown in experience, and what has not changed is the fact that we still crave, and you still crave like a child and say, this is my baby and I need to give it my best. I was wearing this half sari, and there's rain, and there's mud and muck and everything, and I tripped, and Mahesh still dragged me off, because you're just, and I'm like, my knee scraped and it was really bad.
Okay.
And so the first thing MS Raju sir says, did he get that shot right or no? I mean, I hope you got that. And every time I'm like, sir says camera rolling action, and I'm like, cut, wait, hold on. And he's like, camera rolling action. Second time I said, just give me 1 minute, I want to pray. Euphoria for the last 1.5 years has been a whirlpool of a journey with emotions. If you see in Bombay, Deepika, Kareena, Priyanka Chopra, she's 40 plus. She's in Rajmouli sir's film.
Correct.
She's got a daughter. They're doing well. Here, I don't know. Sometimes it does happen that, you have a relation and you kind of do it.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point now, I've come to a point where I don't want to do it because you get slotted into those cameo roles.
Yeah.
But now, yes, I don't want to do it. And very clearly, I do not want to play the role of a mother constantly. Many years after my career started, I was always a quiet person. 10 years later, people said, oh, you were known as an arrogant girl. I'm like, really? I was always reading my books and I didn't know that.
You should never read books when people are around you.
You should be like quiet. And as a professional, I think my learning is I could have, maybe if I was more polite and more happy, connected with people, it might have helped my career more. Might. But I really don't know.
Hello, hi friends. Welcome to Prema the Journalist YouTube channel. Please do subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get notifications to consume intriguing, impactful and inspiring content from my channel. ఒక యాక్ట్రెస్ నేను చాలా కాన్స్టెంట్గా ఎప్పటి నుంచో అడ్మైర్ చేస్తూ వస్తున్నాను అనమాట. అంటే వై? బికాజ్ షీఈ్ వెరీ సాఫ్ట్, వెరీ సోబర్, సటిల్గా ఉంటూ సటిల్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్స్లో ఒక స్ట్రెంగ్త్ చూపించే ఒక నటి. సో దట్స్ వై ఐ రియలీ అడ్మైర్ హర్, ఐ లైక్ హర్. అండ్ టుడే ఐఎమ్ సిట్టింగ్ అక్రాస్ హర్. ఐఎమ్ హ్యావింగ్ Bhumika Chawla on my channel, Prema the Journalist. Let's talk to her. Hi Bhumika.
Hi.
So I always keep wondering, ఎట్లా, హౌ డస్ దిస్ గర్ల్ డూ ఇట్ సో వెల్ అని. అంటే యూఆర్ సో సాఫ్ట్, యూ లుక్ సో సటిల్, ప్రశాంతంగా ఉంటారు, బట్ ఒక స్ట్రెంగ్త్ చూపిస్తారు మీ నటనలో. అండ్ దిస్ ఐ హ్యావ్ నోటీస్డ్ రైట్ ఫ్రమ్ యువర్ ఫస్ట్ ఫిలిం.
I think most of the times earlier I had this thing that people would think I'm underperforming and they wanted a little more.
Yeah.
Though now the trend is like that, now it's more real. But in my initial years, I used to get a lot of that you need to go a little more.
కొంచెం louder.
Notches higher, much more louder, much more.
Yeah.
But I try to do my best, and I hope whatever I've done so far has connected with the audience, and I just try and feel what it is. I think that's it. Yeah.
Wonderful. So 25 years of career. It is so amazing the kind of films that you have done. మీ ఫిల్మోగ్రఫీ చూస్తుంటే ఒక్కొక్క సినిమా దేనికి దానికి చాలా వైవిధ్యంగా, వర్సటైల్గా, వెరీ డిఫరెంట్గా ఉంటున్నాయి. అండ్ రైట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ఫస్ట్ ఫిలిం టిల్ నౌ, యూ ద కైండ్ ఆఫ్ స్క్రిప్ట్స్ దట్ యూ హెవ్ చోజన్. అండ్ లైక్ అంటే ఆ ఏజ్లో అసలు మీకు ఎలా తెలుసు? నేను ఆశ్చర్యపోతుంటాను అనమాట. అంటే యు ఆర్ యాజ్ యంగ్ యాజ్ యువర్ 22, 21. అండ్ హౌ డిడ్ యూ పికప్ సచ్ స్టోరీస్? ఎట్లా అసలు మీ దాకా ఎట్లా వచ్చాయి అవి? అండ్ అంతేకాకుండా అప్పటి నుంచి ఇప్పటి వరకు కూడా మీ ప్రతి సినిమా అలాగే ఉంది. అదర్ దెన్ అ ఫ్యూ ఫిల్మ్స్, మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్, 90% ఆఫ్ యువర్ ఫిల్మ్స్, దే వర్ ఆల్ క్యారెక్టర్ డ్రివెన్, దే వర్ ఆల్ స్టోరీ డ్రివెన్, కంటెంట్ డ్రివెన్, దో దే వర్ కమర్షియల్స్, బట్ స్టిల్ what effort went through?
The first thing I want to say is God is very kind, and I feel very blessed for this entire journey of mine. I've never really planned my career as such as to if I do this, I'll get this, and if I
Yeah.
do that,
Yeah.
or if I'm really connected to someone, then I'll get more work or things like that. But I just did films because of what I felt when I heard a script. If I connected, I wanted to do it. And the second thing, as an actor, I wanted to do something different all the time.
Okay.
And third is when you work with people who are higher than you always get better. You know, whether it's directors or actors who perform better, who explain better, who get the best out of you, then you as an actor grow. So for me, it's always been, I've not done something like this, I must do it. I've not touched that kind of a
Yeah.
script, I must do that. So I've always worked from my heart and my, gut.
But how do you feel? If I ask you, Bhumika, what is your self-assessment? What do you say?
I still feel I have a long way to go. I still feel I have so much more to learn. And creativity, though, you know how mehendi,
Yeah, yeah.
that leaf, you keep rubbing it and you get the color.
Yeah.
So art, creativity, color, is the same. Whatever, you may be
Yeah.
a singer, you may be a designer, or a musician, an actor. The moment you take a break, it's there in you, but it starts to kind of fade off.
Yeah,
So you have to
yeah.
keep doing it, and it's all on the sets that you keep getting groomed and getting better.
Mm.
So this film, when I did Euphoria and I acted with Vignesh, I worked with Guna sir again. You know, his entire journey,
Yes.
his experience, which has also, over the years, he's also experienced so much more. We all grow in
Yeah.
life with our experiences. So it's so much more different, you come back on set after so many years and you're like, wow, even the directors, he's done so much more work,
Yeah.
so many more bigger films and different scripts. On the other side, you're working with someone as new as Vignesh, but he's such a good actor that every time I performed with him, I was like, oh, I need to, really work hard,
Yeah.
because he's done his acting from New York and he's come back.
Right.
So I think some things really you have to keep learning and going.
Correct.
So after 25 years today, I still feel like a newcomer. I'm still trying to find my foothold and I'm trying to see what works and how I can do better and how things can happen better. I'm trying to figure it out.
No, that's being too humble, I
No,
should
but
say.
I genuinely, Vignesh knows it. I used to tell him, I'm like, oh, standing in front of you, I really feel I need to work very hard.
Experiences అంటారు కదా, experiences, film over film, and you keep learning, you keep knowing, understanding and improving. So experience versus training. So what do you have to say about that? Now you're saying that Vignesh is a trained actor and you've learned all of this through experience,
through experience.
on sets.
So I think both work fine because you have to kind of, it depends who you're learning from,
Yeah.
where you're learning from,
Yeah.
what kind of team you have. While I'm on the sets, I'm also learning. So
Yeah.
we're both learning. If you've learned from someone who's not given you enough scenes to perform, like you have an
Yeah.
academy, you have
Yeah.
6 months course, 1 month, 2 years, who are your co-actors, co-learners around that? And yes, of course, there is an inborn thing. I think when I spoke to him, I also learned he used to do drama when he was in 8th grade and all that. We used to talk on
Okay.
sets, and he was doing a lot of it from school. So, and he's 20 plus now, whatever,
Yeah.
21. So that many years is added up to his work. For me, we're all, I think, I still feel like a child. I still feel like when I'm standing in front of a director, I still feel like that he's my teacher, he's my guru, and I have to constantly figure out what's happening.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I know it all. There are times you are looking at the director and you're like, am I doing this right? Am I not
Yes.
doing this right?
Yes.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
the more you work, the better you get. Always.
So when you did Okkadu 23 years back, that was your third film or fourth film, and the same with Gunashekhar Garu. And today again after 23 years, you're again working with. Today he's a legendary director. Okay, so how have the dynamics changed? when you both are on the set, how do you look at each other?
I think we're both, the intention, the goal is the same.
Yeah.
The thing is here between a director who's had a span of 25 years or more, probably 30 in his journey, there are two things very similar here. One is the goal is the same, to make a good film,
Yes.
to put life into it. And we both are trying really hard and giving it the best that we can.
Yeah.
So that is one thing. The second thing is, he's still working as hard. Like, I'm also feeling like I have to give it my best because I feel like a newcomer. And I see him putting his entire everything into it, you know. What might have changed is we've grown in age,
Yeah.
we've grown in experience. And what has not changed is the fact that we still crave like children, you know, when you see a child with a candy and like, "Main khau nahi khau," and you still crave like a child and say, "This is my baby and I
Yeah.
need to give it my best." Whatever my body of work may be. I've done 25 years of films. Some may have been really big hits, but the credit does not go to me. The credit goes to the entire team. Or his work, body of work for 30 years or whatever, is, you know, winning so many awards and stuff. But at the end, you still feel like that child who's trying to, I have to do the best, I have to get there.
Yeah.
And so that thing is very similar between him and me. I could see that. Like, he's putting his all because he's putting an entire project. I, as an actor, come on board, and I'm one of the students in the class or the passenger in the ship who has to keep it steady, and I'm trying to give my best.
Yes.
So I really don't know how I fared in my exam, but I've tried.
No, the
yeah.
trailer shows that you really fared well. Now we should watch the film and tell you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okkadu time lo, the film had lot of dynamics, like, you know, it was a physical exertion also,
Yes.
emotional also. It is very demanding film.
Very.
You had lot of expressions, emotions, dialogues, and, you know, running basically,
Yeah.
doing involved in lot of action sequences. So how was that? How was Okkadu to you?
Very exciting. Some of the scenes or some of the things that I remember very clearly is, you know, one was Mahesh and me rolling down a hill.
Yes.
And that underwater shot. And the fact that he's also not a fantastic swimmer at that point, and neither am I. And we're like, oh, we can swim, we can do this. And that was one shot. The second was, if you see the film, there is the scene where the cars are following, the villain cars, and we are going, Mahesh and I are in the car. And so the car goes up, it bumps up. There's this, you can see
Yes,
it.
yes.
It actually bumped up so high that I probably hit my head on
Really?
the ceiling. It was, yeah. The third thing I remember was, we're doing the scene where we are running, that whole chase, and when the goats and all of that, right?
Yes.
In that small hilly area, village scene. And I was wearing this half sari,
Yeah.
and there's rain, and there's mud and muck and everything, and I tripped. And Mahesh still dragged me off, you know, because you're just, and I'm like, I'm trying to say hold on, but that hold on also didn't come, because part of me is the cameras are on, the director is there, the producer is there, and I can't do this again. And he dragged me, and so of course my knee scraped and it was really bad.
Okay.
And so the first thing MS Raju sir says, did we get that shot right or no? I mean, I hope you got that. I'm like, you don't even care. I've fallen.
Nice.
He's like, did we have the camera there or no? And so that was one of the things that I remember. And the last thing about it, so it's been,
Yes.
and Mahesh is a really sweet person, very quiet, but he has a fantastic sense of humor. In his quiet time when he's sitting like that, he'll pass on one thing where you just laugh off, and then he's like, I haven't even said anything.
The kind of sarcasm that he has,
and
it is fantastic. Yeah.
He was very sweet on the sets, and so then there was this one scene where we have to jump off that Charminar thing.
Yeah.
And so we had a body double, dupe, and so Gunnar sir said, we let her do it, you know, it's okay. And me being me all adventurous and all, I said, no, why should I get someone else to do it?
I'll only do it.
And those days you had these cartons lying, you know, it wasn't so whatever. Mahesh and I stood, and it was the actual height. It was probably 35, 40 feet or something
Oh my
like
God.
that. And so my knees were shaking. They were all water because you're so scared.
And then you committed that you will jump.
We're holding hands, and every time I'm like, Guna sir says camera rolling action, and I'm like, cut, wait, hold on. And he's like, camera rolling action. Second time I said, just give me 1 minute, I want to pray. So I closed my eyes. And I don't know what Guna sir must have had that eye-to-eye conversation or something they must have had. I remember the fight master telling me that when you jump, you do not land on your feet.
Okay.
Because you'll injure your knees. You just have to pull your legs up, and so you hit the bottom.
Oh.
Yeah. Before I could do anything, he just pulled me down. Camera had rolled. And so if there's anything, it was just I jumped off and I was very scared. But yeah, so these are the few things. It was a lot of adventure for me in that film. It was an experience because initial years of my career, it
must have been really great for you, no? To do that film in the initial times of your career.
Yeah.
Today when you do Euphoria, wherein, everything is actually changed. Like, in that film, you were the love interest of Mahesh Babu and lot of emotions went through that film. This film, you are the mother of a teenager. So, so much has changed, but still, again, it is going around the factor called love in a different form. How the word love has been changing over the years, how it is been brutally abused. That word is abused. So what do you think? So much is happening in the world.
Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing of it earlier also because while you live in Bombay and you go to schools, you hear everything. It's not like you are not aware of what's happening.
Correct.
Kids very young are going through so much change. It's scary for parents actually. But when I did Euphoria, I could relate to it in the sense that since I'm already aware of what is happening, it's the peer pressure, it's the company, or I don't know what kids go through. I really don't know. I mean, sometimes it's like you just want to show you're cool, you want to belong to a group, so you'll end up doing something, or you want to make friends, so you'll end up doing something, or you get into wrong company, God knows what it is. But Euphoria, for me, has been for the last 1.5 years, has been a whirlpool of a journey with emotions. It's been like that kind of a journey for me because you keep thinking. I usually don't take back my characters home or the films that I do. Once I'm done, I'm off the set, I disconnect and go. But this film would last with me, the scenes I did, even when I went back home. And I was like, 1, as an actor, have I performed well? 2, as a character, have I justified what is going on? 3, as a mother to a boy, because in the movie also I'm a mother to a boy. So it was difficult for me to go off.
Yeah. I totally understand because in my 20 plus years of my career, whenever I do interviews, whenever I talk to the celebrities, they keep telling me some things which are like, I keep wondering, oh, really this happened? How did they even take it? How did they even handle it? So, and then from that, I also keep learning. A few of them, like what you told, I also take home. And maybe that is a learning for me and how I mold my life and career. So I keep doing that. So when you said this, I was just relating to what you said and being the mother of a boy child. And, in today's world, you really need to put in your mind, body and soul into the child and, make him understand the nuances of the small nuances of life, which we never got to experience when we were young.
Yeah, we didn't have so much access and also we were not burdened with so much of, not access, we weren't burdened with the information.
Correct.
Information to a point is fine. Information beyond a point is very burdening. So we weren't burdened with that. We just had our school, go back out, play, come back, have fun.
So how is it being the mother of a boy child and the boy now in another 2 years, I think he'll be a teenager? So, I also used to keep wondering, how will I raise up my girl? I have a daughter. And this world, I mean, sometimes it is so very unpredictable. Sometimes it's very scary. Sometimes, how much ever you tell, they have their own world, and they live in their own bubble. It is very difficult to break that. But still, as parents, we need to put that extra effort to, to see to it that they're protected, they're safeguarded. So, what all do you do, Bhumika?
I think ultimately we all come with our destinies,
Yeah.
and all we can tell them is try to do the right thing. You can't force anything.
Correct.
The more you force, the more rebellious they get. So you just have to be there with them. And I think, I also read about parenting
Yes,
because
yes.
unfortunately I don't have my mother. And so I don't have my actual Google.
Yeah.
But so you have to handle with Google, and you have to go to parenting apps and do this.
Correct.
But I realized that you have to, people say it's quality versus quantity, which is true.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
give quality time versus quantity, which is true. But it's a contradiction also. Because if you're there for 2 days a month and 28 days you're not there,
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
the point?
Correct.
They want to have someone just to have food with, or they just want to watch something with the parents, or they just want to be around.
Correct.
And you may not be 100% there, but you're there. And then after like your work, you come back and say, okay, let's play together, or study together, or you do your own thing and I do. But you're there. But if you're absolutely not accessible, then it's, you don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
As it is, you
Right,
really
right,
don't know what's happening
right,
because, they're growing up.
Then how do you do that? You are so busy. I mean,
I
you're
do.
acting in 4 different languages,
But
and
I
you're
don't
like
take
shuttling.
up so much work. So during Euphoria, I had 3 more offers, which I turned down. And I had a choice of taking a Hindi web series for Netflix. I had a choice of this. And I had 2 more films, Tamil. And I said, what touches my heart is something that a script that needs to go out to the public.
Yeah.
And so between the 4 of them, this was what I wanted to do, because I want to associate myself with something that I believe in. Things happen, and then there are consequences to the things. Whatever children do, teenagers do, the consequences can be for a lifetime.
Yeah.
So this movie talks about that, Euphoria, that whatever you do is going to come back to you.
Correct.
So you have to be aware of where you're headed.
Nice. So is there any karma philosophy in this?
Not a karma philosophy, it's reality. It's just reality. It's not about,
Yeah.
karma works, of course, parallel,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's reality.
But how do you not say yes to some films which, your career is really doing well? Like, I have seen your filmography. Other than 1 year, every year you had film releases, right? Obviously, a person like you can't say no. I mean, you just love acting so much. And how do you do this? Like, you put yourself aside and give more priority to your son and, taking time for him rather
It's
than getting
not
into
easy, but you have to make choices in life. Because I think I just have another 4-5 years, and then he's grown up and gone. Wherever he's going, God knows where he's going. He's going to study abroad. He wants to pursue a career. And after a point, then comes the 18 to 26, 28, when you're away.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you come back, because I've also done that.
Right.
By the time you're 28, you're like, oh, now I must go back to my parents, 27, 26. But that 18 to 26, kids are finding their own foothold, moving out, studying abroad, or studying anywhere, or doing what they want. So I'm very clear that I don't have many years, and I've seen it. I've done my bit of work. Yeah, as an actor, you're never satisfied.
Yeah.
You are always, as a professional, you're always wanting to do more. But it's a choice you have to make. And I feel that I'm in the lucky place where I'm able to make that choice. There may be people who have to work through the year. They may not be able to make that choice. I understand that.
Correct.
How difficult it might be for them as well. So I feel blessed that I'm able to make a choice where I can, choose to say, no to a project. I'm grateful for
Yeah,
that.
choosing to say no is okay, but sometimes you want to say yes, but you're unable to say yes. That sometimes will prick you inside, right?
Yes, that happens.
Yeah,
that will
happens.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, then you're like, what should I do? Should I just leave and go? Should I not? But that's a choice you have to make.
Correct. So, what are those non-negotiable things that you discuss with your son? So, what are those things that you keep telling him and educating him upon?
I think empathy over everything should not go, because we get very involved in our daily lives. Connection to nature, connection to animals, that has to happen. Looking after your own self, because at the end of the day, the only place you have to live is your own body. If you're not healthy and you're not fine,
Yeah.
having so much money and career and awards, nothing's gonna, or people around you, nobody's gonna take care. So you have to look after yourself, which I keep saying, I mean, every time he makes a choice to eat something, that I'm like, oh, go out, let's go walk, let's go run, let's have some fun.
What do you teach him about girls? His attitude towards girls or women?
You can't teach and preach as such, because then the
yeah.
kids won't absorb.
Correct.
But I do, every now and then tell him that there has to be a certain code of conduct and respect you have to have for women, and you cannot behave in any manner which is not okay. Starting from me, if you behave in a certain manner, I'm not going to take it. I will not accept it. And so from then on, you should know that in the future, there may be a girl in your life, she will not accept either. Whatever it may be. I mean, basic courtesies, and try, listen more. It's important to listen. Then only you understand what the other person, whether it's a girl or your friend or you stay in a hostel or whatever.
Euphoria. I mean, when you were actually doing the role, when you're going back home, you said I carried some things when I was going back home. What was the most emotional moment or sequence or scene that really stayed back for long? If you can reveal.
I can't reveal so much, but yes. There is a scene between my son and me where it gets very intense, and I couldn't get over that. I was like, you put yourself in real life and then you'll understand how
Yeah.
it can feel.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think about the social media?
I keep
What is
going
your-
off it.
You keep going off it?
Yeah, I
Oh.
keep taking a break every now and then, because I think it gets too, more than anything, it gets addictive. And you're wasting your time. Basically, you're sitting and you're wasting your time and spoiling your health. so you might have real conversations
Yeah.
and go sit out in nature and take walks and swim and read. That's that. Otherwise, you're hooked on, everybody's
Very true.
hooked
It's very
on.
addictive.
Everybody's hooked on to
Yeah.
phones, including me. Like, the moment I realize 10-15 minutes, I have to go off it. I'm like, not done, get up.
What is the difference you've noticed while you were on sets? In those days, back then, there was no social media, there were no phones also. I mean, phones were there, but not this much. At
World
least,
of a difference. People would be reading papers, people would be having conversations.
yes.
Now, if you see 100 people on the set, probably 90 are just heads down. It's like they're having a prayer, to their phone, and they're like, okay. But you don't even see them get up and say, okay, would you
Yeah.
like a cup of tea? Let's go take a walk.
Right.
Nothing. There are no conversations.
Bhumika, when you were acting in those days, I mean, all these people, Mahesh Babu, Junior NTR, and many of them, I could just naming a few of them, but they also were starting their careers. It was like 4 years, 5 years through their career, Pawan Kalyan Garu, everybody. And today, all of them are superstars. They're like the legendary actors that the entire country is looking up to. What do you feel about the entire thing?
It's so nice to see people you work with, grow into such legendary actors, or
Yeah.
have political careers, and, do things. You feel very proud of them. Like, I feel really proud of those people who really made big in their
Yeah.
careers, who are doing a good job even now, who are not only, like I said, in films, but in politics. So it's such a nice thing to see.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, for me, it's always nice when you work with someone and those people grow, it's always nice.
True.
It's a nice feeling to see them like that.
So you were the one of those beginning heroines of Rajmouli Garu. And today Rajmouli Garu has got an Oscar for our country. So you must be feeling extremely proud that you were associated with him at one point of time.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I feel honored and happy that I got that opportunity early on. And I feel blessed because he's also such a wonderful director to work with.
Yes. Correct.
Really focused, clear about his work, and very
Most
nice.
of your films hardly had any dance sequences other than Simhadri. Simhadri is that one energetic film where you like danced all over.
Yeah.
Very few films. Even in film like Kushi also, పెద్దగా అంత ఒక అమ్మాయే చిన్నగా పాట తప్ప డాన్సెస్ అన్నది
nothing,
మీరు
yeah.
ఎక్కువ చేయరు.
Correct.
చాలా సినిమాల్లో మీరు ఎక్కువ చేయలేదు.
Correct.
సింహాద్రి is one of Simhadri to you. That
It was
dance.
good. I had my own questions going on. People were like, you have to dance like this. And there's this song, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, why do I have to do this? I used to keep asking, why do I have to do this? They're like, you have to do this because it looks good. And you're a heroine, so you have to do it. I'm like, oh, okay. But I used to keep questioning why.
Yes. And I have to talk about Khushi and Tere Naam. These two films, they were those films that actually changed the way people started looking at Bhumika. So, I mean, the characters are very silent, yet very strong, like how we spoke in the beginning. Especially in Khushi, that girl is so level-headed. I mean, she knows what she wants, though she's a little confused, but again, she has a point. She's vulnerable. At the same, she's also very, very, sorted. So, how are these two characters to you, Khushi and Tere Naam?
Both were very different. Tere Naam was a very quiet, meek girl, very
yes.
silent,
Very
you know.
silent, yeah.
And Khushi was different. I mean, like you said, she's confused, but she also knows she wants to be very clear with what she wants and what she doesn't want. I think the credit goes to the directors totally, again, because the clarity of a director is very important for an actor. So in Tere Naam was a remake of a Tamil film, and Khushi was also a remake. Khushi was the original was also directed by Surya sir, and even Telugu was directed. So I think it's their clarity that worked, and the co-actors did a great job, whether it was Pavan Garu or Salman sir. I think Salman sir really did well in Tere Naam.
Yeah.
He's very good with comedy generally,
yeah,
but Andaz Apna Apna and all those kind of films.
Right.
Anyway. But this film, he was very good with his emotional scenes. So I enjoyed both, you know, playing both the films, different characters. It was nice.
But even today, people remember you as a Khushi actor.
God's grace.
Yeah, they just love
Just
you
God's grace.
out and out. They just love you for everything that you did in Khushi. There's so many. ఇప్పుడైతే చాలా ఈ సోషల్ మీడియా వచ్చాక చాలా మీమ్స్ ఆ సినిమాకి సంబంధించిన ఎన్నెన్నో తీసుకొని
Correct.
మీమ్స్ వస్తాయి. Do you go through that?
I've seen some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
I get forwarded sometimes by people, and so I get to see.
What is the best time that you enjoyed on the sets of Khushi?
I think the whole film in itself was interesting because there was so much of the kind of expressions I had to give.
Yeah.
All of it had to be really worked on, and there were times I had to do rehearsals so many times because Surya sir was like, no, I don't want it like this. I don't know. You have to do it my way. And he used to enact and show me
Yeah.
totally. So I had to copy him. Like, okay, this is how it is. It couldn't be a little less. He always wanted it on the other side. So I think I just had to do exactly what he said. The cinematographer, DC Sriram sir, he, like, you can't have any makeup, you can't have any makeup. He used to come and give me the face wash, and he would say, go wash your face.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, even little makeup. He's like, go wash your face. I don't want makeup. And every time I'm like, can I not have little makeup? Thoda sa. He used to get so upset. So I'd take a face wash in front of him, and he's like, you haven't washed it fully, wash it.
That's so nice.
Yeah, I used
Wonderful.
to-
Great memories.
Yeah.
Great memories. But have you ever thought, see, why is it that the actors, the male actors, have such long careers and why the women don't get to have that kind of a career? Do you ever think? Do you ever
We
sit
all
down?
think.
You all think.
We all think.
Yeah.
It's something that we all think, but I think that's the way it is, unfortunately. Little has changed, I think. Like if you see in Bombay, Deepika, Kareena, or for that matter, Priyanka Chopra, she's 40
Yeah,
plus.
yeah,
She's in Rajmouli sir's film.
Correct.
She's got a daughter. Alia's got a daughter. Alia's, of course, 30, somewhere around that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're doing well. Here, I don't know.
Yeah, Aishwarya also did in Ponniyin Selvan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here, I don't know. But it's more with the writers and directors, they have to visualize that the trend has changed and you can come back as a leading lady. Why not?
Yeah. No, even if you're the leading lady, you will be either typecast again as in a thriller role or in a horror role or as a cop or something like that. Something like, a superpower woman rather than a regular woman.
Yeah.
But still, she's a heroine.
Yeah,
She plays a main
I think thought has to change from the writers and directors to begin with.
lead. Yeah.
If you are ready to take that risk, then the audience will accept it. You
Correct.
have to take that risk somewhere. But I think trends are changing slowly.
Yeah.
It'll probably take longer here,
Right.
but I think Bombay, things have changed quite a bit.
How do you think the narratives are right now with respect to women? So the characters, because you've played in one web series, right? Brahm?
Brahm, yeah.
Yeah. So how have the narratives been changing, especially with respect to the women roles?
I think we are getting more meteor roles, more concept-driven films. But if you're talking about something else in terms of the way they look and all that, I don't know. The change has only happened through us and not anyone else.
Yeah.
We are the people who serve and people take it. So if we keep serving it, people will keep taking it. We stop to serve, we realize it's not important to serve that, then it's okay. There will be an audience for that.
రైట్ ఎస్పెషల్లీ గుణశేఖర్ గారి కెరియర్ చూస్తే ఆయన ఫిల్మోగ్రఫీ చూస్తే రైట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద బిగినింగ్ టిల్ నౌ ఆయన హీరోయిన్స్ అందరికీ ఒక సబ్స్టాన్షియల్ రోల్ ఉంది. దే వర్ నాట్ జస్ట్ కమింగ్ డూయింగ్
Yeah.
దేర్ బిట్ అండ్ గోయింగ్.
Yeah, he always has
Right
good
from the
roles.
beginning.
Always.
Yeah.
Very good roles for women.
అండ్ యూఫోరియాకి చూస్తే ఈవెన్ ఆన్ ద పోస్టర్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద భూమిక డ్రివెన్ ఫిల్మ్. సో దట్స్ హౌ ద పోస్టర్స్ ఆర్ ఆల్సో డిపిక్టెడ్ అండ్ now it is a big responsibility on your shoulder also.
I think no, but Sarah is also there. She's done
Yeah.
a great job. Likita is there. Everyone has played their part very well. I haven't seen the film, but
Yeah.
Sarah, whatever I saw in the trailer, she's really good. And I haven't seen Dhurandhar as yet, but I've heard great reviews about
Yes.
her and the movie. So I'm looking forward to going back and seeing Dhurandhar. So I think the film is not just me, it is all of us together.
Mhm.
It is Sarah, it's Likita, it's Vignesh, the entire cast of the film together. And of course, this film is not possible without Guna sir. His
Yeah.
thought, his vision, what he has is very clear. Like if he wants a shot a particular way, he will take it only that way.
Correct.
So without that, a film does not pan out the way it's supposed to be.
గుణశేఖర్ గారి సినిమాలు బిగినింగ్లో దో హీ వాజ్ ద రైటర్ డైరెక్టర్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ హీ హ్యాడ్ అ స్ట్రాంగ్ సపోర్ట్ త్రూ హిస్ వైఫ్ రాగిణి గారు హూస్ బీన్ దేర్ విత్ హిమ్ లైక్ అ రాక్. నౌ ఓవర్ ద ఇయర్స్ ఒక 5-6 years హిస్ డాటర్స్ హ్యావ్ ఆల్సో జాయిన్డ్ ద
Yeah.
గ్రూప్.
That's so sweet. I find it, so endearing, if I may
Yeah.
say the word. More than inspiring, it's endearing for me to see. I think Guna sir and Rajmouli sir, they have their team as their family,
Correct.
or their family as their team. And it's so nice to see, especially in Guna sir's case, the kind of love and affection and respect they have for each other on the set. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Because that's what a strong family, a strong team, they have their own discussions, or
Yeah.
they throw their ideas to each other and say, okay, according to what he tells us. And it's very nice that freedom is there. The child, like I have
Right.
that with my father. I can tell him what I want. I have no inhibitions. If I want to say something, I'll say whatever it may be under the sun, I can talk to him.
Beautiful.
I
Yeah.
have nothing to hide or say, whether it's my personal life, my professional life. I can just go all out and talk to my father. And I see the same with Guna sir, and
Yeah.
family. Incredible how Ragini ma'am manages everything.
Yes,
And I tell
yes.
her personally, the kind of support I see, managing home and the production.
No, earlier I
It's
used to
like,
get shocked and
wow.
surprised.
It's
She was managing home and the sets one all by herself.
it's amazing.
Of course, now she's joined by her daughters, but earlier it was not like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
in those days, there were not so many facilities. There were not so much of, a support
No, she's
system.
doing it so well.
Yeah.
I've seen it through the film journey, and without her support, I'm not sure how it would pan
Yeah,
out, because
yeah,
she's
yeah.
there as a solid support all the time, and solid silent support.
Yes.
You see that there's that whole strength in the silence. It's very rare for anyone
Yeah,
to be like
yeah.
that.
You've been that all through your life. You were so silent, and that's very strong.
Thank
That
you.
is your strength. I
Thank
think
you.
that is your strength.
Thank you so
Sometimes
much.
I keep joking with Neelima. I said, you all see each other's faces at home. Again, you all go to the set together. You don't get bored of each other. So she said, no, we enjoy this.
Yeah, I
That's
see
what
that.
she
It's
says.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
Because now Neelima and her sister are also in this. So their thought process, their perspective towards life in today's world, they are much aware of it. Did you think that, their perspectives have added to the story?
I'm sure. I mean, I don't know what happens at the back end so much, because all discussions are not public.
Correct.
But I'm sure that whatever they think is taken with a deep thought by Guna sir. It's not just,
Yeah.
Yeah. shunned away or like, you don't know what you're doing, but it's very beautiful that, and the credit also goes to Guna sir.
Correct.
To be able to take what you're being given with grace and dignity. Not every man will have that thought in his head, especially someone who's done so many films, so many large scale films.
True.
Not sure if every man can take that, but with his daughters, I'm sure he has that. He takes it very beautifully. I can sense that.
Yeah.
I can make it. I can feel it that if his daughters are telling him something, he takes it very gracefully.
So sweet. Yeah.
It's
that's
not
very
like
important.
without a fight, but he'll absorb it, he'll digest it, he'll think about it. And it's not like, oh, you don't know. Nothing like that.
Mm.
So I respect that part of him.
That's very
a
nice.
lot.
Because that's for the betterment of the project, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, did you ever feel low throughout your career, wherein you felt, no, I think I just should stop what I'm doing. I'm not enjoying my work. Did you ever feel that way at any point in time of your career?
Yeah, probably 2010 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to just move out of the country.
Country.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a new life, turn around. But that was then, and this is now. You're back. We're back.
Okay. May I know why you felt that way?
I don't know. I can't really talk about it. But yeah, I did feel it. I wanted a break from everything and just to, self-reflect. We're all
Okay.
humans. We need to
Correct,
self-reflect. We can't just
Did
keep
you ever
rolling.
feel that you were not respected as an actor?
No, never.
Never?
Never. I mean, God has been kind. I think the entire industry is so beautiful and so respectful. I'd never felt like that. Never. Not a day in my life have I felt that I've not been respected. Maybe also because I kept a very strong distance from everyone.
Yeah.
I just did my work and went back home. I may not have made so many close bonds, unfortunately, but I've really had beautiful people to work with. And every morning I wake up in gratitude. Every night I sleep with gratitude, thinking the people I've worked with are so nice through my journey. I've never had one touch wood, one incident otherwise.
What was the best role you played so far? What do you think?
There've been quite a few. Tere Naam, Gandhi, my father.
Yeah.
Gulab Gandhi, though it was not a very lengthy role, but it was very,
Yeah.
for me it was an eye-opener to see the other side of Gandhi, because I also didn't know it. I had not read about it. Miss Amma, Kushi, Okkadu, Simhadri, these films. Yuvakuru was very close to me because my first film. Anasuya was a risk that I took. Miss Amma was a risk that I took. Dillanur Kadal.
Mm.
And what else? And I think in the recent times, I could say MCA and this film. So out of all my years of work, and Operation Romeo
Yeah.
was a film that I felt very close to. So out of all these films, I think 8-10 are the films that I can say that have really been
Yes.
there. And Euphoria character seems to take is the cherry on the cake.
Cherry on the cake?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Really looking forward. But tell
Thank
me, why do you do some cameo roles? Is it because the respect you have for the director or the project or for the production house?
Yeah,
or
sometimes
you
I
really
think
like.
no, sometimes it does happen that you have a relation and you kind of do it.
Mhm.
But at this point now, I've come to a point where I don't want to do it because you get slotted into those
Yeah.
cameo roles.
Yeah.
So probably I've got, I've done in between 3-4 films which were
Yeah.
like Sita Raman probably, or I did something else because some producer called me for a relation. You do it.
Correct. Recently, one film with Vishwak Sen, no?
Pagal, that song
Yeah,
that I
Pagal.
wanted to do. That
really?
also was because of a relation, but I also thought that that's such a beautiful thing that the role,
Yeah.
the mother and child relation is so beautiful.
Yes.
But now, yes, I don't want to do it. And very clearly, I do not want to play the role of a mother constantly.
Okay.
Though this is one off, I will not want to do a mother's role where you just come and go. Unless it is something very powerful like Tumhari Sullu or something else. Unless it's a central role, I do not want to do that. But
taken-
I have to tell you, it's a risk and it's not easy for an actor because then you're like out of sight, out of mind. But you have to take that chance.
Yes.
You have
But I think you've been taking such kind of risks all through your life, right?
Yeah.
Your entire career is that.
I've
You've never bent your head for roles which were not right for you.
you're right.
Yes. Just
You're
because
right.
there was a star or just because there was a
No.
good director.
I've refused quite a few.
You've refused.
A
yeah.
lot, yeah.
So you've had real great characters.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I think,
grateful and
yeah.
always I feel blessed by God.
I'm also looking forward for Kesari Singh.
Yeah, Kesar Singh, yeah. That's also a very small budget film
Yeah.
and it's a very special film because that is also a very meaningful film.
Okay.
Very, very meaningful. I don't know when it's going to release, but that film is in Hindi and I'm really looking forward to that film. That again is something that I've never done, a character I've never played. And it's a very small, simple film.
Yeah.
It's not the larger than life
Yeah.
kind of thing. It's a very day-to-day thing.
Any web series or OTT films that are
Nothing
coming up?
right now. No.
So what are the future projects that you're working on?
Right now, nothing. Euphoria and Kesar Singh, which are over, and there's one more film, and that's about it.
So I wanted to tell something about Euphoria where you felt, like you said, this is one film that is on top of my entire career list. It's an icing on the cake.
Why?
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 No, I want to know why.
Why?
Yeah.
So Euphoria is something that's very close to my heart because I feel very strongly about certain situations where teenagers go haywire and the entire life is finished. Whether it could be because of drugs or it could be, I'm not saying what this film is about, but generally it could be involvement of excessive alcohol, or it could be a wrong relation or a wrong decision, financial decision or whatever. So I feel very strongly about Euphoria because it deals with certain things that one mistake, one wrong decision, and sometimes there can be no looking back. You may ruin your entire life.
Yeah.
I feel very strongly because I also see people in Bombay. Like I'll tell you an example, very simple example of my ex-driver who used to work with me, and his younger brother got into drugs.
Oh.
And that was the end of his life. He's alive, but he's not alive. He's so much into drugs. And my driver used to tell me कि दीदी वो तो घर से पैसे चुरा के drugs लेने जाता है. And lost weight, 35 kgs, 40 kgs of a man, finished. I know some other makeup artist whose family, one of the members, 25-year-old kid is in drugs. So I know it very closely. I don't know those people, but I know the situation very closely, where the whole family suffers. And then there's no turning back. You can go to as many reform centers, and you'll go for 3 months, you'll come back, you'll start off. It's a very
Yeah.
heartbreaking thing.
Do you discuss films with Yash, your son?
Not much.
Your films?
No.
Not
I
even
mean,
Euphoria?
I did. I mean, I said it's a very special film, and it's a very strong character. Mother and child relation. That's all I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the best thing that you really, really like about Yash?
He's
As young as that,
very
what is that
empathetic.
maturity that he has?
Very empathetic. Very. I mean, I see kids around all over. He's very empathetic to certain situations.
Wonderful, Bhumika, talking to you. But I have few questions which are in a lighter way.
Okay.
Let's just
Yes,
do this,
sure.
okay? So, do you think silence is itself a strength? If so, why?
The less said, better.
Yeah.
On that note,
On that note,
it is a strength, yes.
yeah. Do you follow it in every sphere of your life?
Now, sometimes one can go overboard, but yeah, usually I like silence more. But
Whenever you lose your cool and utter some words, do you regret for that?
Of course.
do
Of
that?
course, yes. Because words once taken out of your mouth cannot be taken
Yeah.
back. And yes, there are times I regret.
Whenever there's a conflict, how do you respond to it? Do you confront it, or do you back off, or do you get vulnerable? Do you distance yourself? What do you do?
It depends. It depends. Sometimes I back off. Sometimes there'll be a confrontation. Sometimes you realize that the confrontation is not going to help, so you just let go. You're like, "Achha, jaane do." So it depends on situation to situation.
Yeah. Okay. What part of your personality that normally people misunderstand?
Being straight and honest and
You
upfront. Yeah.
You're upfront,
Yes.
but in a nice
Not
way.
in a nice way, but I can be taken in a wrong way most times.
Mm.
I may come across as a very
Arrogant.
yes, unfortunately. I think in the earlier days, I remember now, many, many years after my career started, I was always a quiet person.
Yeah.
Never spoke, never went out. And so people much later, many years later, 10 years later, people said, "Oh, you were known as an arrogant girl." I'm like, really? I was always reading my books and I didn't know that.
That is
So,
arrogance.
That is arrogance.
You should never read books when people are around.
You should be like quiet. But
You can be on the phone, but not in the books.
no, now everyone's in the phone. So. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean now also sometimes I'll say I'll express myself and then maybe
Yeah.
taken in the wrong way.
Okay. What is the learning and the unlearning over the years as an actor, as a woman, as a mother?
That will take another episode.
Yeah, but if you can simplify it.
Well, I think as a mother, I've realized whatever you learn, you have to unlearn first.
Right.
Because you have to go with the time and figure things out better.
Correct.
As a woman, the learning is you have to be more vocal about what you want and what you don't want.
Okay.
Very vocal
Very
and very straight. And as a professional, I think my learning is I could have maybe if I was more polite and more happy, happy as in not happy is not the word, more connected with people,
Okay.
it might have helped my career more. Might. But I really don't know. So it is what it is.
Yes.
You've got it there and you can't go back. So
Correct.
just enjoy it.
Okay. So now are you planning to make those changes or
Amends. I was not out of the way
Yeah,
friendly.
you're
and
connected? Okay.
Connected. Ki call karo rose
more
rose and
connected.
say hi, how are you? I was never like that.
Okay.
Or very often dropping in messages.
Yeah.
Um,
Are you doing that now?
not very often. I am connected to people. I do drop in messages, but I'm not like all over.
Okay.
So I may come across as a little more, I don't know, what's the word? A more closed person, but I'm not, It's
Yeah.
just that I don't go all out.
But that's your personality.
Yeah.
That's it. We need to live with that.
Yeah. That's fine.
I know. Okay. A habit of yours that you're really secretly proud of. I mean, you don't tell it out, but you're really proud of.
I don't know if I'm proud of it, but I keep letting go. So letting go sometimes may not bring in so much pride. To let go a lot is not such a great thing. And kindness to animals. That, yeah, I'm
Yeah. But I think when you let go of, I think you'll have a lot of peace of mind. At least, I mean, for a while you'll think, you'll ponder upon it, but at the end of the day, you'll sleep well.
Hopefully, yes. Yeah.
Okay. What scares you the most? Failure or success?
None of the above. Being not such a great human being scares me.
Okay. Okay.
Because if you're not a good human being, then what's the point of anything else?
Finally, what is that one quality you admire in today's women?
I have worked with a lot of younger generation actresses, and I think they're very clear with what they want. And whether it's professional or personal, I've worked in Telugu and Tamil, and I stay in touch with them without taking names. And I look at them and I say, wow, that is the kind of
Yeah.
peaceful clarity, short, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. I love that.
Sorted.
Absolutely sorted. I love that. Some of these younger
Yeah.
actresses.
So I can't leave you without asking about a few people. I just want your answers in one word. Just in one word. Neelakantha garu.
Very clear of his work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rajamouli garu.
Easy to work with.
Surya garu.
Extremely energetic and extremely expressive.
Gunashekhar garu.
Extremely clear and extremely hardworking.
Yeah, he is. He
Very
is
hardworking. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, Mahesh Babu garu touch lo leda.
No,
Okay.
not right now. But funny and quiet.
Funny and quiet. Great combination.
Yeah. With the one-liners.
NTR.
Yeah. I'm again going back to those days because I'm not in touch with him. So young and all boisterous.
Chiranjeevi garu.
Ever smiling, energetic, and yet a quiet aura coming into the sets all the time. That when you walk in, you can see that aura.
Finally, Kalyan garu. Pawan Kalyan garu.
Very quiet, but very sensible. Very wise.
Thank you so much, Bhumika.
Thank you.
It
Thank
is
you.
wonderful talking to you, and always it is wonderful talking to you.
Same here. Thank you so much.
Wish you
Pleasure.
good luck, all the best.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to many more meaningful cinema from you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.